Hoist Gracie that you met him at the Bellator in San
Yeah.
Diego?
Yeah, he looked amazing.
He
We
takes,
chopped it up a little bit. He sent my son a little video. Yeah,
he's
telling
down
him-
to earth, right?
Yeah, he's
Very
cool,
down
man.
to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I met him a few times before
Yeah.
that, but this last time I met him was a while. So, but he looked good.
I brought him out to New Mexico years ago and did like a seminar. And
That's
we
before you
still-
moved here.
Yeah, before I moved here,
Yeah.
and we stayed friends ever since.
Nice.
You know, and then
Nice.
during the pandemic,
He's got a daughter, right? Who actually competes or trains.
his son is a
His son is good,
black
yeah.
belt, yeah.
Yeah,
His son,
yeah.
he was fighting. I think he fought in Bellator even.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I just remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole family. But it was cool. He was during the pandemic time when we were, kind of closed and not closed and whatever.
Everybody
Wait.
was the same.
Yeah. He was traveling and stuff. I think he moved now to the East Coast, right? Like South Carolina or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I didn't ask. But yeah, he was in San Diego.
Well, thank you so much for making the time. I appreciate you coming up and hanging out and kind of the time goes by and talking to Sebak and Karin and like.
Thank you for the invite. It's not the first time we're talking, but first time on the mic.
Right. Yeah, like you had a gym called Main Event many years ago, and all of us would train there together.
Yeah.
For years, so many years of dedication, helping the youth and young guys to fight and get ready, and we were talking downstairs a little bit just how it's different now, right? We're older, wiser, hopefully, and in a different place in life.
So due to injuries, I had to kind of cut short my fighting career. So, they started training, but I was still kind of young. And now we're kind of older and more knowledge, more patience, more
patience, right?
Yeah. I think that's the key, more patience, And it's a little different, but it's fun,
Yeah. You were in Germany for many years, right?
Yeah, I sixth grade I moved to Europe from Armenia. So I was in Germany all the way until I was 19.
19?
I was 19. It was in 2000. I moved to US.
Wow, so you went to German schools and
Yeah, I was in a national team over there, and the whole team
state
state champion.
Wow.
Yeah, boxing for many years. Yeah, and then I moved here again for boxing, and I got injured, and surgery after surgery after surgery.
What did you hurt?
They had to replace my my thumb. They couldn't fix it anymore after the break. So it broke in the first round. I finished the fight like that, so they couldn't fix it no more. So they had to replace the bone, and that took a while to heal until my nails started growing. My fingers started feeling back again.
What?
Yeah, so they had like 2-3 surgeries. Then I broke this one right after this. When I punched the guy, bone came out of my skin, and see like it's all open. And then, just cut it short.
Because there's not a lot of like blood flow. I know like
Now it's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I broke my wrist like I don't know what it was, but that boxer's fracture, that scaphoid bone, and like.
No, honestly, mine was different because the nail was not growing for a good year, and I had like no feeling. Like my friends would sometimes like just if I'm not paying attention, they put a cigarette right here on my thumb.
And you would feel nothing.
And I'd be like, hey, something's burning. I can smell it. And they were laughing. It's your finger.
What?
I had no feeling in here. Yeah.
Well, so then the nerve got disconnected from
Something. I don't know.
finger?
And then lots of therapy.
What happens to the thumb? It probably starts to
So
die,
they
right?
changed this bone pretty much. So they
Okay.
open up right here. They changed the bone because there was no more bone to heal. Like it was all pieces,
Yeah. And so maybe the nerve got severed,
Yeah, it was an
right?
uppercut. I threw an uppercut on the elbow and just bang,
shattered
smashed
it.
it in the first round, maybe like the first minute and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then that was it for the boxing.
No, then I kept fighting, but
Okay.
it messed it up even more. So when I went to the emergency after the fight, they said, we're going to put a cast, but this is not going to do it. You have to find the hand specialist. And it took me like a good 10 days to find an actual person who agreed to do it. No one wanted to do anything. Yeah.
And they finally got you. And
Yeah, they finally
the
got me. They were
thumb.
going to cut a piece of my hip and put it over here. I didn't agree to that. And then they got me a donor. Yeah. I didn't want to have 2 surgeries,
Yeah.
So I'm okay with one.
I've never heard of that, that much of a. But I guess that the
It's like a freak accident,
because
sometimes.
I know, like from like the nerve, right? Our hands are so important
Yeah.
for survival. So like in our brain, we have so much of a map, so much square footage, right? So much of in our brain is of like each of our fingers, right? So thumb is even more important.
Hell yeah, it's very important.
So like your whole system is like in shock all the time, probably.
Yeah. I've had like cast like over probably a year to take the cast out, do some work, and put it back on again. And
yeah. What did the rehab look like for?
Man, just therapy nonstop, doing this stuff like presses, like rubber band going up and down, hot water, cold water. They would just poke me with needles, go like tease me under my nail, see if I have feeling. I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Electro things like they would
shocks,
shocks, like to bring it back.
What was it?
And then after like 6 months, I literally gave up.
Oh wow!
I didn't go no more because I could move my finger. Not like right now, of course, but I could move my, and then, after 6 months doing the same thing over and over, I knew what to do. So I started doing myself. And I added some more stuff, like I could see what's helping, what's not helping, out of all the things
what
they're
are the
doing.
Things that helped?
The things that helped was like heat and cold, a lot of heat and cold,
okay.
heat, cold, like not really cold, like ice, and then hot, but not too hot, of course, right?
Yeah.
And then I would play.
Help that nerve probably grow, right?
Yeah, I would play with like marbles, whole bunch of marbles in a bucket. I would just play like
and
that.
And you figure it out.
And then rice.
Yeah, that's old school karate.
Yeah, those things actually helped me the most. And every single day. And then those two like chrome balls I would I always have in my hand, back and forth. And then the thing that I would press, and there was one that just for your finger. And there's also one that goes like on 5 fingers, you go the opposite way. So I would just not really move those 4, just move this one kind of. But now, after like
it's crazy how the body works, right?
After 2 years, it came back.
Because I did a bunch of like neuroscience courses and just kind of, because I had some like health things also as well. So I wanted to understand like what happens, what happened, how did things come back, you know?
This will be interesting for you. What happened to me 4 months ago, okay? Every morning I go work out before I start training everybody else. Right? I do my 1 hour, 45 minutes, I do my thing, and then I start training everybody else. Also waking up my body, Nothing crazy. But the one day, it was 3 of us came together, we worked out, we kind of pushed a little hard, okay? We did back, triceps, and like traps. Nothing. I felt great, amazing. Then after that, I trained like maybe 4 or 5 fighters, pro fighters. And evening, I did my classes. I go to sleep. In the middle of the night, I wake up. I'm like, what's going on with my neck? It was like weird, And I go back to sleep. In the morning, I wake up. I have no feeling in my right arm. Pinched nerve or something. Like literally no feeling. So like those 2 fingers, the last 2 fingers, I can't have 0 feeling. I can move anything, but there's no feeling. So a week passed by, it's getting worse. The pain is getting worse. It's shooting me from here to my shoulder. It's getting worse. And now eventually all my 5 fingers go numb. And my elbow, like everything goes numb. And I have no push power, 0 push power. Okay, 2nd week, 3rd week, my arm went like, if you look at me like this arm and this arm, a huge difference.
Like size or just?
Size-wise, huge difference. I still have my biceps and all this, the pull muscles, no push muscle whatsoever. But the funny thing is that day we did pull muscle, we did back. It's just somehow, I don't know, maybe the traps or something, I don't know what happened, or maybe the way I slept.
And so how'd you get it?
So I started going to a whole bunch of crazy therapies, every 5 days a week, okay? Cupping, acupuncture, chiropractor, just name it, anything. And then finally, we found this very good specialist, neurologist. He did MRIs, X-rays, everything. He looked at it. He explained to me everything, how the nerves work, where is the pinch, where is this, where is that. Yeah. He was actually surprised that it's on this side. He said this side is more pinched. So anyways, I guess it was the traps maybe. I don't know what it was, or maybe the way I slept.
It got tight and
most likely
then it pinched off the nerve.
Most likely the way I slept, right?
Yeah.
So for 3 months, these 2 came back, and then this one came back, and these 2, 0 feeling for 3 months. A month ago, I go downstairs. my wife makes me coffee in the morning before I take the kid to school. I grab the coffee. I'm like, oh my God, I just felt it.
It's back.
I felt the heat after 3 months, and now it's been like maybe like 5-6 weeks. I've been working out normal and got back everything normal.
Yeah, God
yeah,
bless.
but it was insane, man. Like, you know, I've been to many doctors, and most of them told me like, if it's taking this long, most likely will not come back, or you know.
You know, martial arts is like the special like mind over matter, right? Like you train that mind over matter, like right.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like how important your mindset is for like healing, for just everything, life.
I think it's number one. If you ask me, it's number one. If you're not really here, I don't care how much you train, how long you train, how big your arms are, or how many moves you know. You're gonna step in there. If this is not right, it's not right. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. How did you get into boxing? You started in Armenia?
Ever since I remember, I was boxing. So I don't even
Was
know.
your dad a boxer?
Yeah, he would box when he was younger. Nothing pro or anything. Soviet Union times, you know, amateur.
He brought you into the gym.
I was the only child.
Okay.
No brother, no sister. So I guess for him it was important so I can take care of myself. So I don't know. Ever since I remember.
What city are you from? And what town in Armenia?
Yerevan.
Yerevan. Okay.
Yeah, you've been there many times.
Yeah.
You even got a school over there, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Ever since I remember, and you know, those back in the days, the kids are always on the street and they're all fighting left and right.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly remember one time, was it like maybe second grade? I think second grade. I came home. I had right after school. We would fight after school a lot. Right, we go out and fight after school in dirt and get dirty and stuff. And he was always at work when I come home. Sometimes I come home dirty and stuff, you know, after the fights. And I come home, and this time was like a one-on-one. When I beat the kid, they jumped me. Like 4 or 5 guys jumped me and they kicked me and stuff. So I had like shoe marks on my thing, you know. He looked at me. When he looked at me, I felt bad. So I kind of like started crying, you know, not from the fight, but like the way he looked at me. I was surprised that he's home. He was not at work. So he looked, I was like, are you crying? You had a fight and you crying? He's like, get out of the house. Like, what? You train this much, you do all this, and you're going to cry from a fight? I'm like, it's not from a fight. It's just, I got surprised. Like, you come home next time crying from a fight, you're not coming to this house. You got to know how to take care of yourself. So that was it.
He put you in boxing.
No, I was already in boxing.
Oh, you're already in boxing.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like that was his main thing, you know?
Yeah.
I was a, only child and all that, so I need to take care of myself. But then end up turning to like tournaments and then, part of the national team and all that, you know?
When you said 6th grade, you moved to Germany?
Yeah.
Where in Germany did you live?
Rostock is like on the water between Hamburg and Berlin, like kind of
north.
Yeah. It's like from our city that you could jump on a boat and you'd be in Denmark in like hour and a half or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's your Deutsch?
I'm busy.
I told you I lived in Munich as a kid.
Oh, I fought there many times, man.
I lived there for like 7 years.
I actually remember they had a good guy who would always fight each other in the finals. They had a good kid over there. Oh, yeah. We had like 3 good fights together. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of my childhood was there. So I moved back when I was in 5th grade.
Munich is a little different. You know why? Because Germany was divided into 2, right? Munich was the kind of the European side.
For like West Germany, East Germany?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I was on this other side where it was under Russia. So
you were on the eastern side?
Yes. You get it?
No way.
Yeah, so even though it was all one.
Wow. So you grew up in Soviet
No, it was not Soviet anymore.
That was the 90s.
Yeah, it was the 90s. It was
94, right? 94.
It was all Germany already, you know. Russia was not there.
That's crazy.
But the thing is, the mentality of the people from the Munich to where I was
Western
completely different. It was like going to another country, I swear to God, at first. And now it's not like that anymore, of course. But
it's integrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to visit. Did like a tournament, and then it was right by Berlin, and so I went to Berlin, and the guy, one of the black belts, gave me a tour, and he grew up on eastern side, but
because of Berlin,
right on the other side. So actually, I don't know. He was telling me some just crazy stories, you know.
Yes.
But like he got both, you know. So he grew up on the eastern side, but then he was able to get to the western side. So he had like both worlds.
I'm telling you, man, it was so different back in this. I mean,
He was
you
saying,
like Berlin? I know you like Berlin. Berlin is beautiful.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
Berlin
awesome.
was beautiful. Yeah.
That there's a Berlin BJJ. I think I even have the sticker in the front here. I stuck it on there with
What
the
year
bear.
were you there?
To that seminar was probably 2013 or something.
Oh,
I did
not
like
too
a
long
jiu-jitsu.
ago.
I did a
When is
Berlin,
the first time you
Berlin
were there?
Open. Berlin Open. I never went to Berlin.
Oh, that was the
actually.
first
It was my
time.
first time I went.
Oh,
I even
okay.
got the little from the Berlin Wall. I went to visit the Berlin Wall. I
Nice,
did like a
nice.
tour. The guy gave me a tour.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because when I was a kid, my best friend was he escaped Eastern Germany
Mhm.
with his mom, and so he'd tell me stories and stuff, and so it's kind of cool for me to,
Yeah.
all the years later, like go there and just see
Yeah.
some of the stories and
Germany was
Yeah.
fun, man. I was young. It was fun.
yeah. Munich is definitely different though from like northern Germany.
Yes.
Even if it's like Western or Eastern, I think
Mhm.
just the people,
Yeah, back
The-
then. Now I don't think it's like that. But back then, the mentality of the people, just like you talk to them, you figure out like right away where they're from, kind of.
Yeah. But like northern Germany to southern Germany, like Bavaria,
Yeah,
the
even the
Bavarians.
accents.
Yeah.
Even the accents change.
Hochdeutsch they call it, like
Yeah, yeah.
northern Germany.
Yeah.
Like upper German.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a great time. So that's cool. You got to experience it too.
Yeah.
Even though,
I lived in Poland too. I used to fight over there too in Poland. I lived like for 3 years in Poland.
how did you like Poland?
It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah,
I liked it.
yeah. I did a summer camp there. I'm still friends with the guys till today. It
Yeah.
was back in 2010.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends. And, I got a lot of cousins. They actually come. My German friends come over. My boxing team members and
Nice.
like teammates or like some fighters. They come train with me. Like one of the Polish like pro guys. He's like a WBC some belt holder. He was just here for a fight camp. Last week he won the fight.
Nice.
Yeah. So they still come and do camp with me and then go back and stuff.
Nice. And what was the process of moving to US? How did you guys come
Well, mainly was boxing, right?
for boxing?
Yeah, but then I end up getting injured and.
Were there a lot of Armenians
When I first came,
in Germany when you were there?
no. Of course, there was a lot of Armenians, but not like to the level like here.
Of course, yeah.
At that point, we thought it was a lot, but like it was like maybe 20 families. I don't know.
Okay.
So
What about on the boxing world? The boxing.
most of the boxers over there in our state,
Uh-huh.
I brought them to boxing. They were boxing all because of me, because I was boxing, right? So, but then after I left Germany, then we end up getting like good fighters like Arthur Abraham and like many other ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, after I left, and now actually in Rio, we had Armenian representing Germany, 2 of them, in boxing. One got bronze medal, I think, or silver, I don't know. And we had some. Right now, we have 2 Armenians in the German national team, boxers. So now it's like pretty good actually. We have a lot of good fighters over there,
That's cool.
boxers. Yeah, we had some guys who won world championship in amateurs. We had some pro world champions, of course, like Arthur Abraham. Back in the days, were Arthur Grigorian. We had a few of them, Yeah, we had a guy who fought Bernard Hopkins, Kauro Murat. Few guys they're all from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
They're Armenians, but they train and fight.
Yeah. Represent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's the scene here compared to like Germany, like the boxing?
Oh, you've
boxing
been there,
environment?
man. This is different. Yeah, this is different animal. I mean, even the people from there, they're always in contact with me. We want to come experience that. We want to spar over there, train over there, get the different level. Even all those champions, they really want to come off and test themselves over here. This is like the
Yeah.
capital,
Yeah.
Yeah. So like back in the days, how Jiu-Jitsu Brazil, how big it was, like that's how boxing
Yeah.
is probably going to be forever like that.
Yeah. Like Freddie Roach and Wildcard.
Yeah,
and
like
just the whole
boxing is
scene.
going to be America, England, then Mexico, but America is going to be always number 1 for professional boxing, of course. On the other side, like amateur boxing, since 2004, U.S. didn't have any gold medals. The only gold medals U.S. had was women's boxing, right? Clarissa.
Yeah. Clarissa Shields.
Nobody else. We had 0 gold medals since 2004, right? But
Why do you think that is?
why do I think that is? Because of like people like Oscar De La Hoya, where I have mad respect for his boxing skills and everything, but like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, and many other ones like Gervonta Davis, all those guys, they made so much money in boxing. And all those young generations, they want to follow them. They just want to jump into the pros right away and chase the money and chase the fame. And now it's like different life, social media, this, that. They want to get those followers. They want to be big, famous. You know what I mean? So they jump to pros right away. As soon as they turn 18, boom, they go to pros. They don't even want to chase the Olympic dream anymore.
Man, I watched that. You probably saw the video of Roy Jones Jr. getting the gold medal from the Korean guy.
I almost cried, actually. That was so emotional, right?
I shared it probably like on all my platforms just because it was like,
that was so emotional.
If you watch that fight, like, talk about like a guy getting...
I have so much respect after that for that Korean guy. Man, that was crazy.
Because he couldn't do it back in that day, or he would have been, who knows what happened to him and his family. But now, he said that he was thinking about it was 30 years? 30 years, something like that.
Yeah, it was 80...
88 or 80?
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah.
88, right? Korea?
I think so, I think so, yeah. It's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And he had it on his chest, right? So he carried that burden for 30 years that, man, this guy deserved the gold medal. He beat me, dominated me.
Yeah. Man, Roy Jones was a different animal, man. I see him a lot at the fights and stuff, and every time he's just such a good guy, man. Yeah.
And then like Floyd Mayweather, right? Like he pursued it, right? But then...
Well, Floyd too, man. Actually, I don't think he lost that fight in the Olympics, He won that fight.
But these guys, they see that. Those are the heroes, and then they get like robbed or they get...
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not promised. They can chase the Olympic dream.
And then all that work for what,
Every 4 years, you might have a just bad year, a small injury or something, and you're just going to miss on it.
Yeah.
Well, in pros, you have a small injury, you're not missing anything. You just sit back, heal, and come back. But
postpone it, yeah.
But if you, like that year, perform bad or not having a bad year or small injury, then you miss that Olympic. So those 4 years are gone. Well, you're going to sit and wait for 4 more years? Well, they go pro, and in 4 years, they're world champions. Right? And now those Olympic champions take pictures with them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the main reason.
That's why, like you just said it, right?
Yeah.
The U.S. doesn't have.
That's why we don't have those gold medals. Yeah. But then again, when they turn pro, like Terrence Crawford and all those guys, no one can beat them, right? Those Mayweather and Gervonta and those guys, like they didn't go, they didn't do anything in the Olympics, right? Or like some of them, they went to Olympics. They didn't
like Mayweather, right? But why go to the Olympics if you're gonna get robbed, right?
Yeah. Well,
all that work, right?
Floyd's situation was kind of different. He got lucky because I think when he went to Olympics, if I'm not wrong, he was 18.
Okay.
Right? So he was like so young and he made it.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't make it, the next one would have been when he's 22. And I don't think he was gonna wait. So he went to Olympics. He got the medal, right? Not gold, but he got the medal. And at 19, he had already WBC belt. He won his first belt, I think, at 19. So he experienced both because he kind of got lucky, right? So a lot of people that I personally know, they're young, like let's say 16, 17, right? They're calculating, oh, coach, if I wait to go to Olympics, I'm going to be like 20 or 21. Well, if I go to pro in 18, by 21, I might be a contender. I might be a prospect. I might be a belt holder. Who knows, right? That's how they think.
Yeah. It's a lot of calculations, right?
A
lot of risk.
Because also check this out, right? Like a lot of the boxers, they don't have the support. Like from 18, they either have to continue or go to work to make money to support themselves, right? So now they're thinking, okay, if I'm going to chase the Olympic dream until I'm 21, who's going to support me? And if I go to pro at 18, then it's like a job. I'll get paid and I support myself.
Yeah.
You get it? So it's kind of hard. Not everybody's got the support, especially now. Boxing is not like Jiu-Jitsu. Like they call it a poor person sport, poor people sport. Like those boxers, they grow up and become champions. They all come from like Compton, Inglewood, and East LA, and like, Omaha, and Baltimore, and like, you understand what I'm saying? Brooklyn, like those bad areas, and they grow up and become champions, those tough kids. So they have no support, so it's a little different.
Did you follow Aaron Pico? Have you followed Aaron Pico's career?
Of course I followed him. I remember when he was...
Because he was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, I remember very good. Like before I was to take my fighters to AKA sparring, and he was like, I think at that time when he was sparring Vartan, he was 17. Bellator already signed him. They were paying him to just sit until he's 18 and he can fight. And Pico was I think Golden Gloves boxing champion, national wrestling
champion, right?
In wrestling.
Was he national box?
I think state champion or national in boxing and in wrestling too at that time.
Wrestling,
Very talented, man. Such a good kid.
Did he win the worlds too at U17? Something like that, right?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, but he was there. So there was a point where Bellator was paying him to sit every month. They pay him.
Yeah.
They fly him to the events, pay him for everything so he can turn pro and go to
sign
Bellator.
with Bellator.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
I was watching with
Especially
my wife
at that age,
right?
Yeah, I remember from that. Yeah, every month or whenever we had camp or something, we'll go to AK to spar and we'll stay there in San Jose for like, I don't know, weeks for the training camp. So
because in a way, like when you get something like that, you kind of made it in a way, right? In a way.
Yeah,
it takes
it's a
away
lot
the
of pressure.
hunger.
As a kid, you feel like you're a star.
You're a star, exactly.
Yeah.
You've already made it when you haven't made it yet. When you're hungry and you're like.
And then when he actually went pro, he went kind of south.
Yeah.
Right? When everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing, it kind of, he did good, then he did bad. Then he did good, then he did bad, right? So.
Even that for his first pro fight, right?
Yeah.
Getting fluke, right? These fluke things.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it was kind of.
They talk about mental, right? Like that, being hungry, being that's all you got. Like if you're in that mode, like there's no room for that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you kind of made it already, there's like a little bit of maybe room, right, for those things to happen. And that's all it takes. Is
there's
like
only so many
second.
people who can control, how should I say, maybe the hunger. Like they stay hungry no matter what, right? Like they stayed hungry. They did like 2 division, like UFC champion, or 4, 5, 6 division, like Manny Pacquiao. Like, you know, how did he stay hungry all day? And he just recently fought at 46. I swear he fought like a 25-year-old, right? Like not a 25-year-old Manny Pacquiao, but a 25-year-old pro fighter. Because 25-year-old Manny Pacquiao was insane, right? So, but look at him at 46. He's still hungry. He ran for presidency. He was a senator. You know, all the boxing
all the stuff that he's doing,
the only
all the work he's
8th
doing.
division boxing champion in history, and he's still hungry at 46, goes out and fights and wins. It's crazy. Yeah.
Man, representing Philippines, right? Like how many kids have started boxing?
You want to hear something?
How many people has he inspired?
You want to hear something? At his peak, when he was at his peak, right? Philippines, there's a lot of crime. The only day there was no crime, or it was the lowest crime rate, when Manny Pacquiao was fighting. Can you imagine what I'm saying? There was no crime when he was fighting. Yeah.
Everybody's watching his fight.
Yeah. That's how big Manny Pacquiao was. Yeah.
Yeah, man. The power, right? You have being like an athlete, like somebody that inspires a lot of people, right? You inspire a lot of people, and change a lot of people's everything, right? Like the mindset, their life.
Yeah, sport does incredible things, man. I mean, you know better than anybody. You've been here so long, so many years, work with everybody from, like, I remember King of the Cage to all the way to UFC you know? Yeah, I remember one of the fights, your fights, I was cornering Manny and Caro when you were fighting, I think the Roger Huerta fight. We were in the same locker room. Remember that day? Yeah.
That's crazy.
We were in the same locker room. That was like maybe...
Somebody sent me a video because I guess it's been getting shared, you know, but he got me with the spinning elbow.
Yeah, I remember when you had his back. When you had his back, he was looking at the... Yeah, I was right there.
Yeah. I was, you know, like just reflecting on it now, like, you know, because like you can cruise, right? You can try to survive the fight, you know, and go the distance, like survive the fight, not get finished. But I fought to win, even because I hadn't fought for a while.
Yeah, of course.
So like the UFC jitters, and between the second and third round, like everything was white because I wasn't getting enough oxygen, you know.
Yeah.
And then I still.
And
fought.
he was at his peak at that time.
Yeah,
he was undefeated. Yeah.
Undefeated on the cover of Sports Illustrated, which is the magazine.
He was the biggest.
They're building him up.
He was. I remember they were comparing him to Oscar De La Hoya. They used to train together. You remember that? Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm proud that I fought to win, and then
it was amazing.
The last thing was that spinning elbow from the back.
You had his back, and he was looking at the TV,
the big
which way your head was, so he can throw the elbow.
Yeah. Broke my orbital.
I remember just like it was yesterday. Because I had 2 fighters that day. It was a big event.
Yeah. I fought between George St. Pierre and Randy Couture.
Yeah. Was it like Mandalay Bay, I think?
Mandalay Bay,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Here we are. And then years later, right, we ended up main event.
Yeah.
How did main event happen?
Oh man, main event happened when I was injured. I couldn't box no more. So I knew Karen since he was like 14.
Yeah.
Right. So I used to train Vanes since he's like 14. We trained together and stuff. So, and I remember I moved from Glendale to the Glendora area. I was living there. So Karen visited me with another friend of ours. They're both training at Go course doing Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm like, when Karen visited me, I was like, well, how come you don't do boxing no more, right? So
yeah, because he boxed.
Yeah, he used to box. He was very good at boxing.
Yeah.
He had like 10-0 record as a kid. And anyways, he was very good, you know.
He showed me some of his combos, you know.
So and I'm like, how come you don't box no more? So he's like, no, man, I want to do MMA. I train at Go course. So he's like, why don't you come try since you don't do boxing no more? And I was like, there's a gym around the corner over here. I go there sometimes. I go punch the bags and stuff. But they do that too. They do jiu-jitsu and all that. I just don't get involved. It's like, no, man, you should come try it. So the next day, I think they came and picked me up from all the way
Glendora.
there. Yeah, and took me to Hollywood to train with them. So I train at Go course old gym, Hayastan, at the old one in Hollywood, second floor.
Second floor. Oh, in Hollywood.
Yeah, in Hollywood, yeah. So I think that was before you, because you came to.
I would come and visit, you know.
Yeah,
and sometimes I would train with Manny.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Karin was still like a kid. I think very young, but Manny and Carl.
Yeah. So I went to that gym, the old gym, like small gym, like low ceiling and stuff, you know, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I started rolling with them, and Gokor showed me something, and Gokor's like, I've never seen like a flexible boxer like the super flexible. I do like flips, bridges, splits, everything, right? So it's like, you're very flexible. You should try it. And I was like maybe 23 at that time. You know, I was like 23 years old. Karen was like 18, I think, or something like that. So anyways, so when I started going nonstop. I signed up. It was fun. It was fun because like I couldn't box really like with my right hand. So this was really fun, you know. So then Caro got into UFC. I was already in UFC, sorry. Then Manny did the Ultimate Fighter. Right? Then Manny did the Ultimate Fighter. Right before the Ultimate Fighter, I started training him.
That's when I first moved to LA.
Yeah, then we moved to the other gym, Gokor's other gym. I started training
North
Manny.
Hollywood.
Then he did the Ultimate Fighter, the finals with Nate Diaz, you know. I was
I went to the finals.
Yeah, I was cornering him.
And all the guys to watch them fight.
I was cornering him. I trained him pretty much all of his fights, all the way until
that's right.
Jose Aldo fight, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, the Mike Brown fight, I trained was in the corner. So anyways, then Roma Kalantaryan.
That was huge, man.
The Mike Brown fight, right?
Yeah.
Especially with Genocide Day, remember?
Yeah, it was a Genocide Day.
Yeah, and that was my wife's birthday that day.
Wow, yeah, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. No, just because Mike Brown was the,
it was a big deal back then. Yeah,
then who was Manny, right? To knock him out, and he's a grappler, right? He's
at that point, it was crazy. Mike Brown was a beast. Yeah, he was
shot
the main guy.
The American top team, right?
Yeah. So then I started training Roman Mitici and that, but then I got married. I had other businesses going on. I had family already. It was different for me to kind of go to Hayastan all the time, and the guys needed training. So I was like, okay, I'll open something in Glendale. You guys come over here. I can't go no more over there, you know? So I was already in Glendale, so I opened something in Glendale, and I didn't even think of it like I don't know. I had other businesses. I didn't really think of it as a business or something. Like for us to train, to help. And then next thing I know, we have no more room. Like it's growing. I had over like 400 people at one point over there, you know? Then I was like, man, I can't handle this no more. It's too much. Started hiring coaches. And anyways, that's how it started, you know, for 12 years.
Wow, 12 years.
And then after 12 years...
I have pictures still from inside the cage there. You had a cage, you had a ring.
Yeah, because there was one of the only gyms in LA
who had a cage. That's
had a cage, had a ring, so everybody would come there.
Yeah.
We had like Spike TV coming, shooting shows over there here because of the cage. Because I was the only one had a cage.
And nobody had a cage.
And Legends at Randy Couture had a cage. You remember Legends?
Yeah.
The gym?
Yeah.
Bas Rutten and Randy Couture.
Did they have a cage? Or was
they
it
had
just
one
a wall?
Small cage, one big cage.
Okay.
And then they got rid of the big cage, and the small cage, they moved it outside.
That's
Remember
right.
outside?
Nobody used that thing outside.
Yeah, no one used that thing. So Yeah, but then since we had a cage, it was very popular, so everybody would come there. So, and then I got burnt out, honestly. After 12 years, right before COVID, I was like, you know what? And Gordon was already had his own classes in my gym too. So I said, man, I'm gonna shut down. So Gordon moved on and opened up the KDMMA. And I took a break, focused on my kids, on my business. My kids were growing, you know, my family was growing, our 3 kids. So, and then my son turned 6 years old. And then I was like, okay, 6 is good. Let's try to train him. I mean, at home, I would train him like his boxing and stuff since he was like 3. But when he was like 6, I was like, okay, I'm going to take him to Jiu-Jitsu or wrestling. So I took him to Jiu-Jitsu. He loved it. So he stick around.
I see at the tournaments, so we just laugh like, "Hi, he chose." He's choosing grappling and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
over
he has no choice. I push him. He doesn't like it, but I push him. You know? He likes boxing, but I don't like it. So, anyways, then he started training. Then I would see Karan and Sevak and all of them pretty much every week, even without my son training. Right? They're my friends. They're my boys. You know, I know them for God knows how many years since they were kids. So, and then since I see them now every day. Karan is keep picking my brains. You know, you gotta come back. We gotta start again.
Get the band back together.
Yeah, enough resting. I think you miss it
straight up. Like that's what.
Yeah,
it's a lot of years, a lot of like deep
since they were
families.
Kids.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we gotta start.
I mean, you were a kid too. You're early 20s. You know.
Yeah, early 20s, and they were like teenagers. You know? So, and we gotta start again. I was like, and I guess somehow I was like, okay, let's do it, man. And one day we all 3 of us met up, had some food, and like, okay, let's start looking for a location. And then that location came up, and then the rest is history.
Yeah. You started helping him out at the Glendale one or the Montrose?
No, we just right away jumped into a new location.
Okay.
Yeah, I would train my boxers because I would still train boxers, right? I had a world champion at that time, and then I ended up getting another world champion. So I would still use Karan's gym for like daily training, but for like main boxing, sparrings and stuff like that, I use other gyms. But I didn't want to get into the gym business because of like I was burnt out, you know, I didn't want to take a big responsibility on me. But since Karan and Sevak was with me this time, it was 3 of us. It was not like on my shoulders, everything. It was like different, you know. So even now it's like it's lighter than before, you know.
Yeah, you can maintain it, and it's your happy lifestyle, right? You can hang out with your friends, and it's work too.
Yeah.
So looking at your background, all the years of boxing, how do you compare boxing to jiu-jitsu?
Okay, you can be a doctor or a lawyer or a pharmacist or a dentist and be a very high-level jiu-jitsu fighter. Like literally high level. Like we have a friend who's an attorney who just won the Worlds a few years ago, right? Active lawyer, like a very good one. So you can never, ever be a pro boxer and do any of those things. You have to fully retire, a little younger than most of them, and then go pursue a different career, because boxing, you can't do nothing else. If it's boxing, right? So it's a little different. Jiu-Jitsu is like more like a chess match. I've done both, you know, for many years.
I think also the brain, right? Like getting
like I said, it's like a chess match. You use your, as a kid, for kids, the best thing to do jiu-jitsu.
Who did I see? I had dinner with them at a fundraiser. Armenian boxer. I think he's an attorney now.
Yeah, Karan, good friend of mine.
Karan.
Back in the days, we used to train together. Yeah,
that's
of course.
That's it. Yeah, it was lighter.
He doesn't look like a fighter no more, but he is a very good fighter.
We sat next.
He actually beat Nonito Doner. He didn't get the decision. That's how good he was. He beat him. He didn't get a decision. So, anyways, Karan was amazing, man. Yeah. And he retired after so many pro fights, being a champion. Yeah. Retired young, smart, and went to,
became an attorney, right?
Became an attorney, and he's doing great.
Does really
actually.
well, yeah.
And he was actually, after he retired, before he started his attorney career, he was promoting fights, and he was actually successful.
That's right, yeah.
Then he's like, okay, let's get to the other side, and he became an attorney.
Yeah, you see, like Mike Tyson and all these guys, like they go pro too, right? But a lot of them end up broke, right? With you make money, but most guys that don't even make money, right? Like
look at all of us, okay? Like we all come from the same generation, like you, me, Karen, Sevak, all of everybody, man. Most of those guys, the only person who was a very elite level and he's not actually a coach or like another business, he's doing something totally different, is Roman Mitician. He's an actor, right?
Yeah.
He pursued something else. But like all of us, most of us became coaches. Some of us, like I have other students like Hike. He's a businessman. He's a successful businessman, very good. Some other ones pursue other careers. But like most of us stick around in the sport. And we're not fighters now, we're coaches now, right? And we all have some other stuff going on the side. I mean, you have your restaurant, this, that. You have a podcast. I have, do my real estate development, whatever, this, that. But we're still in it. There's only few of us who leave because, I don't know, sport is really different. When you're in it, you're stuck, kind of. You can't without it.
Yeah, you get invested
like an
in
addiction.
the kids. You get invested to the kids, and you want to, they're looking for you
it's
for
like
guidance.
Good addiction, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's your son's in it, right?
Yeah.
So
see, that's what I'm saying. That's the main reason I end up being in it. If he wouldn't like it like completely, and he would like, let's say, soccer, well, I was not gonna be
doing
in the gym
something
business.
else.
I was probably not, because I was out of the gym business, right? Yeah. So
now it's a family business too.
Yeah.
Kind of, right? You have your family there.
Yeah. My wife is not in the gym business. She's an attorney, but she's fully invested in this. You know what I mean? She knows everything about this because all those years, 20 years actually.
Yeah.
20 years marriage, like she knows everything. So it's like family business for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. A lot of passion, like the relationships, right? Like I like to see the old, or just pictures of you guys together, because it's a lot of years. It's a lot of years.
Yeah. So many years, man.
And I remember Karan, he was too young to fight. You have to be 18, right? Unless it was like maybe he had to go to Mexico or something. Did he go to Mexico?
I think he fought in Philippines. Remember, he was like 19 or something, a big fight.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a big event out there.
Team events. Like,
but he wasn't young, and he was too young to fight pro.
I remember something
in California.
Like that. Yeah.
And then even back in those days, they didn't even have like pro events here in California.
No, it was actually,
Then they had camo. Then they began.
You know what
camo.
it was? Before camo, they didn't even have camo back then. They had pancreatians. They had those pancreation fights, and they had pro fights. Like Sevak and Karen, they didn't even have any amateur fights. They straight jumped into pro fights. Like you. See, back then we had no amateur fights. Now the camo fights are like almost professional fights. They're great. They do full training camp, and it's crazy. Back then we had pancreatians. We'd go, like I would take my team. They would wins, and they would go over like 3, 4, 5, 6 fights in a day until you become a champion or you lose. Remember?
Yeah.
It was different.
Yeah. Now it's they have the Up Next fighting, right?
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
What an amazing opportunity.
They do amateur and pro. Yeah, they build the amateurs. As soon as they're ready, they put in a pro league right away. It's good, actually. It's very good. It's not like I said, like you or Karen or Sevak or Manny or those guys. They never had an idea like there's could be amateur before pro.
Yeah.
They jumped into the wolves right away.
Actually, I remembered I started promoting. Not that I wanted to be a promoter, but I started training like a guy had he had money and he wanted to do fights, and so we started doing some pro fights. Just for the guys to get fights.
Yeah.
And so we did one in Burbank that the Marriott was the first time we did one at the Marriott. It was National Fight Alliance. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. So like
that's when you had the cage. Here.
Yes.
That's when you had
a full fight team.
Yeah. I would bring my boys for sparring.
Yeah.
We'd come here spar.
Every Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
It was like Tuesday, Thursday, weekends was like fights usually.
Yes, I remember. Yeah,
but like organized, like MMA training. Like I had some good living in New Mexico, like Rick Jackson and those guys.
I remember when you first came to go-karts. I remember first when you came, I didn't know, and then Karen introduced me. He's like, oh, he's from New Mexico. You were like a first American world champion or something like that, right? In Jiu-Jitsu?
Second, yeah.
Second, right?
Yeah,
BJ.
Bracket, yeah.
BJ or?
Yeah, close the bracket. Yeah, second. BJ won 2000.
Yeah. So something like that. I remember they told me that you had a school over there and then you just moved over here, and then look at you now. You did great, man. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're still doing it, right?
So
we're
proud. Amazing, brother. Yeah.
Get to help people and
how do you this became your home.
Yeah, I'm here more than my home.
Yeah, for sure. amazing.
Supposed to be Sundays I'm off, right? But I'm still here. Both me and Kevin.
I don't have a day off.
But that's good, right? When you're not getting burnt out, when you're like, I don't know. It's interesting. You know, and it's nice, like my daughter doing wrestling. We see each other at wrestling now sometimes
we see
at
each other
Martin's, you know?
yeah. Especially like summer, we had, no school, nothing. Every morning I was there. I see your daughter.
Yeah.
She's good, bro. She's really good. I'm so proud of her. She's so good. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You guys put in good work, man. She's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, it's
and she's very disciplined. You know, like sometimes you see those kids, because Martin had a lot of kids over there. You know, see those kids like, just like kind of being lazy. Summer, morning practice, 2 hours straight wrestling. Some of them like, trying to take a break. Not her. She's going. She's going.
Yeah. She loves, like, and it's like her thing, like wrestling.
But she's very good at the
she won the juvenile blue belt, the IBJF Worlds.
That's amazing, man.
And she's won everything, all the season champ, all the grappling tournaments you're doing now.
Amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Over the top whatever over the years. But
how old was she when she started?
They've always been doing it, but it wasn't until
no, I mean wrestling.
Wrestling. Oh, she just started like her freshman year in high school. Well, she actually trained with Ostomy right before we had a no-gi class, and it was basically like a wrestling class.
Yeah.
So he would talk to her, and then when she went to high school, they had tryouts.
So like 13, 14. It's not even that young for wrestling, because wrestlers most of them start like 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. A lot of girls have been on the mat since they were little, so she's very new. She's like
but she
really
doesn't
like
look
2 years.
New. She has very good.
So
base.
she has a lot of potential on the upside, right?
Amazing.
She's like really growing, So now
especially the U.S. wrestling, especially after what Helen did with all those Olympics and Worlds, is going crazy, spiking up, man.
Yeah.
She killed everybody, for so many years, dominating.
Yeah. Women's wrestling it's going crazy.
It's going crazy right now. Yeah.
Like, do you remember a while back they were kind of maybe talking about taking the wrestling out of the Olympics?
Yeah, that was.
Like probably Greco and those things, but like because
they're talking about being boring or something like that. People not watching, but come on.
And then even the colleges, right? Title IX, because they didn't have the women's equivalent.
But I just don't understand. Wrestling is the first Olympic sport. That's what started the Olympics.
Yeah.
How are you gonna even talk about that?
Talk about it, yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It's like so much politics, right?
I feel like honestly, they should put Jiu-Jitsu in Olympics.
I mean,
I've talked to some, I'm not going to name big names, but like Olympic committee people, personally. And what they told me that it could be a possibility, but it has to be Jiu-Jitsu pretty much. It can't be like Brazilian or Korean.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. 100%.
It can't be BJJ, you know what I mean? It has to be.
The UWW, the Federation for the Wrestling, right? They have a grappling division, and I think they do some other things. I think like MMA, kind of amateur MMA. I'm not for sure if it's the UWW, but they're trying to. And then the Abu Dhabi Federation, the Sheikh, they want it to be an Olympic sport. But the IBJJF, the main federation for Jiu-Jitsu,
of course,
right? They don't want it to be an Olympic sport.
They don't, because they banking it.
It's
a big federation.
It's for sure. And
but it could be both, don't you think? It can be both.
I think so. But the thing is, when it becomes an Olympic sport, it changes the sport. You know what I mean?
Okay. I understand this, right? But then
I'm on both sides, But like,
but look at this: boxing has Olympic and it has pro boxing.
Correct.
Right? And it works. It could be just like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It can be both. Even amateur boxing. Sorry to cut. In amateur boxing, we have AIBA.
Yeah.
Which is amateur boxing, kind of in between amateur and pro, and then we have the actual amateur where they go into Olympics. So I don't know. I think it could be worked out.
Yeah, but like the thing with IBJJF, it's still amateur, right? Like so it's like amateur. So one of them's got to.
They have to figure something out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Change some rules that like IBJJF can have these rules over there. They can have those rules.
But the thing is with Jiu-Jitsu, it's growing like crazy around the world.
Let me ask you a question. You the Jiu-Jitsu guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say until maybe 10 years ago or maybe 15 years ago, the capital of Jiu-Jitsu was Brazil. Don't you think?
Yeah,
about
so-
like 10, 15 years ago. What about now? Don't you think
So-
US?
SoCal.
Yes, 100%.
SoCal.
That's what I was waiting
A
for
lot
you
of
to
people
say.
have moved to Texas. Yeah, that's really good. That
Yes.
the Mecca, right? We said the
Yeah.
Mecca was Brazil, Rio.
Yes.
Until 2007, they moved the IBJJF Worlds here to Long Beach.
Exactly.
And so once that happened,
Even the ADCC Worlds,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Vegas.
yeah. So all the stuff is here, and yeah, it's where it's at.
I think Texas is getting very big, right? I was
Right, Austin
actually last
area.
week. Texas. I was in Houston this year for tournaments. I was in Austin, and I'm going to Dallas soon for the World League. I was last weekend. I was in Arizona, right? So I travel a lot with my son, right? So
Yeah.
So I see the level over there, right? The competitions over here, we get, let's say, 5,000 to 6,000 or 4,000 to 6,000 participants in California, like SoCal, like San Diego or Long Beach, those big tournaments, right? Or the World League does, like we get like up to 6,000 sometimes.
Yeah. Huge.
It's
massive.
huge. Yeah, they do 2 days. They don't do 1 day. Over there, when we go, it's not to that level. It's like 2,000 and plus. It's never under 2,000.
In
Most
Texas.
Texas, yeah.
They have the
But-
other ones like Arizona. When they go
Yes,
to Arizona.
Arizona last week was 2,000, right?
2000.
But the level, the brackets are smaller. Not too many people compete, like us kids, for the kids. But the level is insane. Insane level. I don't think they still can compete with the California. Some kids, most of the California kids are better, I would say, because at the big tournaments, I see them lose, but they have crazy levels over there. I see those kids growing up and like just
In
like
Texas.
Texas and California. Those are the two
Yeah,
major
yeah.
states, I would say,
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. We've traveled a little bit with Serenade. We went to Florida. I went to New York, but we also
I was
too.
last year I went to ADCC Orlando. No, Naga Orlando. Then went to ADCC Miami, and this year November we have the ADCC Orlando, 3 days, 14, 15, 16. I'm gonna be there most likely. Then
It's a family affair.
I just get my son and go. We'll have fun. That's the best thing,
And
right?
he loves it. You love it.
Yeah, boys out, boom,
Everybody's
we
there.
out. That's it. Yeah, we go. We spend a weekend, couple extra days. We go to Universal or something.
That's
and
it.
then
Yeah,
come back.
that's
yeah.
it. My I had a long time like a trainer, like a strength trainer, a long time in New Mexico. And his son came. He brought his son in years later, and he started training with me in jiu-jitsu. And then later on, he got into wrestling. He was like a 4-time state champ in New Mexico. But he every weekend or not every weekend, but almost. He traveled. We lived in New Mexico, so we had to travel to California, Texas, wherever, Colorado. And so he's like, it's many years ago now, I'm like 20 years or whatever. And he's like, man, those were the best years of my life.
Yeah, I did with my dad. As a kid, I
Yeah?
traveled with my dad all over Europe to fight,
Yeah.
and now I'm doing it with my son.
Yeah.
It's fun. I honestly want him to grow up to become like a doctor or something. Let's see what happens.
But the things you get, like I was talking to Karin, like what do you want to get out of for the kids training, right? It's like character development. That's the biggest thing that you get.
Discipline, character development, the winning of success and win.
The will to win, like mind over
Yes.
matter, and
Yes.
the discipline and all the character
the
things.
the things that they have to push themselves to those limits to pass those, those hard trainings. Those everything is gonna apply later on in school, in life, and everything. They're not gonna give up on anything easy. If they want it, they're gonna fight to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's in their blood right now. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. After being involved, like I just made a post yesterday, like 30 years I've been teaching, almost 30 years. So it's like, that's the biggest thing.
You come across all kinds of people. People don't understand one thing when you coach and teach. You come across all kinds of people, right? So many years, like thousands of people came and gone.
And it's different for everybody, right? It's different. You help people in different ways.
Yeah. It's like a school teacher, they see all those kids coming and going. And with us, it's a little different because we got kids and adults. So many different. And you actually get to know them better than I think teachers.
Yeah, because you're with them for all the years.
Yes.
You have more of influence than the teacher because the teacher is like for 1 year in school.
Yeah.
Usually.
And you actually push them to harder places, and you get to know their character better than anybody. I would say.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you don't give them an exam and either they fail or they didn't. You give them the A or B or C or F or send them home. You know, if it's a F, you work all the way up until it's A.
Yeah, yeah. You're committed to them.
Yeah. I see some kids coming and, you know, right away you see the talent. And then some kids coming and you don't see nothing. And they prove you wrong. I love that the most. When they come and you're like, oh, man, this is going to be a hard job. And then 6 months pass by, you like, they prove you so wrong. You're like, boom, they learn everything so quick. And you know what I mean? I'm sure you've seen all those kids, right?
You just never know who's going to develop.
Yeah, it's crazy the way it works, yeah.
Like there was Ben Askren, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made a video. Like, we don't kick any of kids out of our academy or whatever because you just never know who's going to develop.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, I love that.
That's
because
what I'm saying.
Elite things, yes, for sure, but you want a culture and environment where you bring everybody up, right? Because you never know who's going to develop.
Yeah.
The guys you least
crazy.
expect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me personally, they proved me wrong so many times. Those kids, like, they came and after a month, 2, 3, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a hard one. And the parent is like, Ma, I really want him to. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, me too, but it's gonna be hard. And then next thing you know, he ends up being the best kid in the gym.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You have a beautiful gym in Montrose, right?
Yeah.
KDMMA in Montrose.
Mm-hmm.
What do you love about your gym?
I just love being there. I just came from the gym. I finished my practice. I trained 1, 2, 3, 4 pro guys. One of them is fighting next weekend. One of them is fighting in November. The other one is fighting in December. The other one is still waiting for the fight. And packed that up and came over here. Yeah. And I'm going back after.
Again, yeah.
Just love being there, man.
Your son is
trying
training.
to go pick him up from school and go there, you know.
Yeah, we have to make sure we get out of here by enough time.
So what I'm trying to say is, like, I just love being there, man. It's like office. You know, it's just positive office. You know, you don't go there to work. You go there to do what you love.
Yeah.
You know, I go there 1 hour before the workout. I do my thing. I'm done with my thing. And then, boom, start training everybody. That's it. Have a great day.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, thank you for all you do.
Thank you for having me, man. And I'm always a big supporter of yours. You know, I love you for so many years. We know each other for so many years. I'm so happy to see you grow, get bigger, opening schools everywhere. I just saw you in San Diego the other day, randomly popped out on my feed. Saw you have one in Armenia. Yeah. Very happy for you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Extremely happy, man. I love you. I love your whole family.
Love you too.
All right, brother.
Thank you, brother.